Did you ever notice that when you thank a person, you can't just be like, yo man, thank you. But you got to tell over a whole story. It's like if you came over and you helped me move, you got to my house at 5 in the morning, you took my barbells down from the attic, you loaded up the van, you went back and forth across town 15 times. At the end of the day, I can't just be like, yo, thank you. I got to tell over a whole story. So why is that? So if you've been married, you'll find that after a while, people will come to you and they'll ask you like how you met. They'll be like, how'd you meet? Tell me what it was like. What was your first date like? You're like, you'll be bored. You don't want to hear it. Don't worry about it. But they pry. And they're like, how'd you meet? Was he cute? Tell me what he was like. And so you start telling the story. You start telling the story. And after about a half hour, they can't get you to shut up. Why? Because you relive all those memories. Everything comes back to life. It gets to the point where telling the story is better than it was when it really happened. It's like if you go to see a movie with a bunch of your friends. You go to see the movie, you come home, you talk about it for a few years. If you go to see the movie a few years later, it's never as good as you remember it. Because by telling over a story, you relive the experience. And that's when you say thank you to a person. You can't just be like, thank you very much. You relive the experience with that person. You got to be like, man, I didn't know I was going to move. And you came over at 5 in the morning. You brought my stuff down from the attic, my barbells. You brought them from the attic. You loaded up the truck. You drove back and forth across the town. Well, thank you. How can I ever thank you? You see, in Hebrew, saying thank you is called a chorus hatov. And a chorus hatov is usually translated as recognizing the good. But it doesn't really mean that. What a chorus hatov really means is giving a recognition of the good. In other words, when I say thank you, I give you a recognition. I give you a semblance of the good that you gave to me. I relive the experience that you gave to me. I can't give back to you what you gave to me, but I can give you back a semblance of the experience. I can relive it with you. And that's why when you say thank you really well, you'll notice that the person you're saying thank you to starts to get uncomfortable. They're kind of like, all right, man, that's enough. You said thank you. It's enough. Okay, be quiet. Be quiet. You said thank you. It's enough. Thank you. Okay, good. Stop. Stop. How come? Because you make them feel a little bit uncomfortable because you're giving back a little bit more than you got. So when you say thank you, you give. You give back a little more than you got. You access something that's deep within inside yourself. And even though you're giving too, ultimately, you're giving back even more. So say thank you.